I want to go to John. He was a West Ham fan. He was at the game. Right, John?
John Boy.
Hello, boys. How are we doing?
Right, John Boy.
John, what did you make of that? He was at the game.
It's not been great for the last couple of years, to be honest, boys.
What do you mean? You're in the European Cup.
It's just they do need to pick up, but I think Potter's only just started. We got 2 wins under our belts. We beat Arsenal away. There wasn't much about us, but there hasn't been much about us for a long time. But we haven't been opened up like we have before, and he's made us a bit more solid. And you know, we're missing massive attacking players: Fulkrug, Antonio, Somerville, Paquetá's only just coming back. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a makeshift. We brought in Ward-Prowse and Cresswell has come back into the squad, made us a little bit more solid. Yeah, there wasn't much about us, and yeah, the Premier League has been a bit meh, but this is the 3rd highest scoring season so far since the Premier League was formed. And, you know, it's not the usual suspects challenging at the top, and I know relegation is probably, with the bottom 3, it's already sorted, but there is only 9 points between 12th and 5th. So, you know,
what does that say, though?
And also, you know, with Premier League games as well, they are, yeah, like you say, they're a bit meh, but they're unpredictable as well. You can't. There's teams that can beat any other teams. Is that unpredictable? You know, they're not all fallible.
No, but you're a little bit, John, you're just a little bit disappointed in the lack of quality that you're watching every week.
Yeah, massively. Yeah.
I just look at the players, and I'm just disappointed. Like even West Ham, I used to play against West Ham. You know, exciting team to watch. West Ham. You know, Upton Park played some good football. You know, Noble in midfield, who had a bit of bite.
Jason Chelsea and all that. It's the quality of football. It's the commitment and the you know. I used to go to Upton Park, standing in the North Bank as 11, 12-year-old. Do you know what I mean? And you're right on top of that pitch, and there's players just give 120% every single game, and you know they leave their whole heart on the pitch. But yeah, it's not been the same for many years, and I think you boys would agree with that. But
it's difficult to put your finger on why. But you know, the old sniff test. At the moment, the Premier League is not passing the sniff test for me. You know, my eyeballs don't lie to me. Right? I know what I'm watching. I know when I feel like I'm watching a game of quality, but also a game with something exciting to watch. I mean, you mentioned the play. You rattled off a load of players there, right? You've not even rattled off half of them that you could name.
No.
Who are the players in this Premier League that can go up and rub shoulders with the likes that you mentioned? The very best, the Tevez, the Ronaldos, the Hazards, the Lampards, the Gerrards, the Henrys. Where are these players? Who are those players now in this year? Who are those players where you can rattle them off? Agueros. Who? Name them. I want to be informed. Who are the players that can go alongside those names, saying these are the ones we're watching this season? Even Ireland this season has not been to the De Bruyne, not been to the levels. I know he's getting older, right? But who are they? Other than them, I can remember seeing right, Isak, Salah. I feel like I'm struggling and I shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know. Cole Palmer at the start of the season.
Cole Palmer's
dropped off.
This calendar year. Cole Palmer's dipped.
Right, who is there? Like, who is standing out?
I'm asking the question.
It is. It's disappointing. Jack, look, just with Potter, do you believe that he's going to be able to take this club forward? I mean, you're 16th in the table, and I know he's come in and you say he's made you a bit solid, but you need a bit more than what he showed tonight. I mean,
give him a chance. He's taken a side that Lopetegui bored the life out of all of us, and he's doing his best with what he's got. I think he's doing okay, and I think if he can get to the end of the season and then break down the side and rebuild it, he'll do well. I agree with you about the Premier League, but don't you think that Forest, Bournemouth, Fulham and maybe Brighton have all showed what it's like to actually want to play, to want to get on the ball, to want to attack teams? Arsenal, boring. Man City, boring. West Ham, fair enough today, boring. Even Liverpool, to some extent, boring second gear, just like you said. But I think you should give a mention to the Forest, Brighton, Bournemouth.
Well, Forest are a counter-attacking, very well-organised team. But when they get over the halfway line, and you've got Elanga one side, Callum Hudson-Odoi the other, and you've got Gibbs-White, who's, you know, those front three have been outstanding. They have. They have. And maybe Gibbs White is one of those you can say, I can put him up there alongside Salah this season, right? I can put him up there alongside Isak this season. I think that's fair. I think that is fair.
Yeah, okay.
But
Are we putting them on the levels, though, what the Premier League's seen before?
No.
Like, are we?
No,
genuinely, are we?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking like Joe Coles, Hazards. Do you know what I mean?
No, we're not.
Are we talking levels here, where the Premier League, of what we've seen, you know, when you think about the levels of players, Gareth Bale at Tottenham, you know, Luka Modric, Van der Vaart, you know, like when I look at the levels of where the Premier League has been, and then I'm watching it now, and listen, Morgan Gibbs White, really good player. I like him, brilliant. But are we just getting a little bit like hoodwinked into thinking that the Premier League's the best league in the world?
Well, this is why we're having this conversation.
When I'm watching it, and it's just bang average every week.
This is why we're having this conversation now, because I have to say this season does feel it's not going to go down as an all-time classic. That's how it feels right now. And I don't see much changing, to be honest with you.
No. Jack, thanks for your call. Let's go to Richard. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Rich?
All right, Rich.
No, boys, all right?
I'm all right, Rich. How are you?
Well done tonight.
Cheers, mate. It sounds like a bit sour grapes for the West Ham fans, but I think one word, PSR. That's why I think it's killed the game, it's killed the Premier League. The last West Ham caller talked about Fulham, Brighton, all these teams. The mediocre teams, really, if you think about it. They're just low Premier League teams. In the past, you had, obviously, Chelsea spending hundreds of millions, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, bringing the best players in the world. Now they can't do that. People are saying it's 11 playing field, yeah, but it's average players, isn't it? So that's why the point is you're telling me Notts Forest and then Brighton, Bournemouth, it would have been blown out the park.
Yeah. No, I hear you, but do you think like everyone just plays the same?
Like
pass. Well, I mean, what? Rich? Did you watch the game tonight, Rich? Oh, I'm guessing you did, right?
Yeah.
I was watching the game. Sideways, backwards, sideways, back, sideways, back. I mean, there was one moment in the second half. West Ham, they passed it back to the midfield, back to the winger, back to the midfield, back to the winger. In the end, I could hear the fans going, "Any danger of going forward? Like someone's taking a risk with the ball." It's just like no one wants to take any risk.
Well, that's it. They're scared to lose the game, not try to win the game, innit? So it's that tight. But I just keep going back to PSR. We Newcastle, we always play on the front foot, attacking, home or away. And it's just, it was a massive win, to be honest, for the top.
It's a big win.
But massive win. We've got big games coming up after Sunday, but we just need to push on for the Champions League, just obviously for the money, for the PSR, so we can actually...
Yeah, that's true. All right, Rich, listen, very thanks for your call. I want to hear from Newcastle fans, want to hear from West Ham fans, want to hear from everyone. Premier League fans, what do you make of it at the moment this season? And sat here watching games week in, week out, not blown away by it. I think it's a poor Premier League season.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.